Welcome to English in 5 minutes. Are you scoring low in an English language test? Do you want to improve your English writing skills? Well, then you need to learn writing complex sentences. A complex sentence is any sentence that contains an independent clause and at least one dependent clause. So what are these? An independent clause is that part of a sentence that can stand alone as a complete, meaningful sentence, while a dependent or a subordinate clause cannot. This means that if a group of words can convey the idea clearly and completely, it is the main clause, and if a group of words cannot convey the complete idea, then it is a subordinate clause. For example, the sentence on the screen is a complex one and has both main and subordinate clauses. The words written in red, although the number of people smoking has decreased, is the subordinate clause, while the words written in green, the number of cancer patients has increased, is independent clause. Similarly, the other sentence too has one dependent and one independent clause. Now, how do you recognize a subordinate clause? It appears just like a sentence having both subject and a verb, but we can differentiate it from the main clause because it starts with a subordinating conjunction, which shows that this clause is dependent on another one. All these words are subordinating conjunctions. You can take a screenshot and try making your own complex sentences by using them. Let's try a few examples. The first one with the conjunction even though. The main clause in this sentence is "the directors never listen to me," and the subordinate clause is "even though I'm the company's CEO," because it starts with the subordinator "even though." The next sentence has a subordinate clause starting with "which," and this clause is written in red and inserted in the middle of the sentence. Our last example on this page has a subordinate clause starting with "who," and it also appears in the middle of the sentence. One common mistake is writing a comma just after this conjunction. A comma should never be put here, and instead it should be written at the end of this clause. We can also insert subordinate clauses in the middle of a sentence by setting them off with commas. The rule for using commas is if the subordinate clause is non-essential, which means that removing it doesn't impact the meaning of the sentence, then it is set off with commas. However, if it is essential to the meaning of the sentence, then it is not set off with commas. Let's write one paragraph containing only complex sentences by using some of the words from the list of the subordinators that we saw a while ago. I am going to talk about an animal which I find very interesting. Although it can live both on land and in water, it spends most of its time in water. After you have heard where it lives, it must be very easy for you to guess the name of this species. It is the green turtle, which is now at the brink of extinction. It is an endangered species because its habitat is being threatened by plastic in seawater. I hope the world will soon start using less plastic products so that the green turtle population increases and this species survives. The words written in green in this paragraph form independent clauses, while those in red and starting from subordinators form dependent clauses. So now you know how to make complex sentences. Use the words in this list to make your own complex sentences and comment them below the video. Also, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel.